And so after you've got that list of URLs, you can then put it in a Squid proxy. And I don't think I'll demonstrate this one live, but I'll talk about it. So you install Squid. Squid is the standard open source proxy that people use for this. And once you've got it, it will then start listening. Squid is here listening on port 3128. By the way, don't expose a machine to the internet listening on this proxy. Kirk tried it in the lab, and immediately a bunch of people in China started surfing porn through it. So everybody knows about these common ports for proxies, and they're hunting for them. So the other way, if you move it to an uncommon port, it'll just sit there all day and nobody will use it. Anyway, so now you can adjust the Squid configuration. And what we're going to do is search for HTTP access allow localhost. And here's where they tell you to put in your own rules to allow access from your clients, because your Squid proxy by default only lets certain IP addresses connect to it. And you have to tell it who's allowed to connect. So what we're going to do here is block access to domains in the bad sites and then have a deny all at the end. So right now, it's going to allow everyone from localhost. So the localhost can reach any website at all. There's no limits. And what we're going to do is we're going to have bad URLs. Badsites.txt is going to be our list of sites you're not allowed to go to. And this is what allows any IPs to use your proxy. So we're not going to restrict who uses it at all, but whoever uses it, they're not going to be able to reach anything in the bad sites list. And now we just have to create these files, allowed IPs and bad sites. All right. And so now we go to bad sites, and we're just going to put in .example.net just to see if it works. Then allow all clients. In the allowed sites, you just put in 0000/0 so everybody can use it. And now you restart Squid and just run a browser. So you go to a browser and go to example.net, which gives you a simple page somebody put up for this purpose. And then you go into proxy. You go into your settings and tell it to go through your Squid proxy instead. And after you do that, when you try to open it, you'll get an error. Your Squid proxy has refused to let you reach the page. This is how you protect people at your company from using these sites. And this is essentially what happens if you use OpenDNS. It sends your DNS traffic through there and prevents people from going to known malicious sites. So then you can fill up some indicators of attack. These are actually not technically indicators of compromise. They're indicators of attack, because if somebody's sending data to these URLs, that means they have been infected. So you fill in the bad sites that we harvested in the previous project, and then you can try going to some of them. And because you harvested the data from just a certain time in 2018, I know what they are, and I'm able to have flags where you look for particular websites, and you'll find that they're blocked and you see different rules. All right, so there are various things you can play with your proxy here. And this is what commercial products are essentially doing, all of this. They're harvesting data from some online resource, putting it in some kind of proxy and limiting your traffic. And this is the open source, non-automated way of doing it yourself. So that's what I wanted to show you. And that's all extra credit if you feel like doing it.